Here's the next question. This one's from Kevin. This one's interesting. I know your answer, but I don't know which direction you're going to go with it. Kevin asks, hey, why don't you guys use margin accounts for your Money Guy Mutant investors? For those of you that don't know, margin just means, hey, sometimes financial institutions where you hold your brokerage accounts will actually let you borrow money against those accounts. So if I have $100,000 in an investment account, they might issue to me margin where I can borrow $50,000 against that account. And you know what I can do with that $50,000? I can then go invest that $50,000. So I'm actually investing 150% of what I was able to have invested. That's the way a margin account works, and you got to pay it back, and it accrues interest. And so Kevin's question is, hey, for financial mutants, right? Why don't you do that? Why isn't that a strategy that you guys pursue?
Well, I'm going to give you the easy answer, and then I'm going to give you the actual logical answer too, so you understand there's a why behind this. The easy answer right now, interest rates are high. It's not even a viable thing with interest rates where they are. But even if we get into a lower interest rate environment, let me tell you when and where this might make sense so you don't fall into this siren song of the benefits of leverage on all aspects of your life. Look, if you look at our financial order of operations, there's already elements of leverage. You think about your first home purchase. That is a leverage opportunity. We're going to tell you to put down 3 to 5% on your first house. You're going to go mortgage the rest. That is you taking advantage of leverage with the real estate of your primary residence. Margin is one of those things where you could use the leverage either to just borrow off of your assets, or you even could have access to investing more with a margin loan. But realize anything that is levered, there's risk. And, look, you can maximize. It can be a multiplier when you use leverage effectively. But you know what my favorite Uncle Warren talks about is that when the tide goes out, you can tell who's swimming naked, who's skinny dipping.
What happens, Brian, if someone has a margin loan out and all of a sudden the tide starts going out?
Because realize these things, they don't, when it rains, it pours, guys, because you will lose your job. The stock market will go down 25%. Banks will just stop lending money because they're scared to death too. And you're sitting there just butt naked, just not knowing what to do with yourself. And you're going to get caught in a bad situation because you didn't get steps 1 through 7. If you want to know what to do with your money and where you can do levered debt, I think it's really a step 8 of where I talk about abundance goals in the financial order of operations, because you'll have the financial foundation underneath you so you can hopefully weather whatever gets thrown at you financially so you don't get yourself in a situation, but don't do it too early, Kevin. By the way, I think I said butt naked where it's buck naked. There's people say it all different ways. I just wanted to cover that part too.
That part was for free. That wasn't even part of the.
I can see the whole. Notes. I can see everybody around here just going, "Which way did he just say it?" Because I know there's all kind of. And now I watch enough YouTube videos, I don't even know what to.
I like that you circled back
the real
and said
saying
it both
is.
Ways, so that we got both of them in there. Here's
it could be that naked buck deer that's sitting out there. It could be somebody's rear end naked. I don't know. I don't know.
Yep, I love it. I think that's great. Here's what, when it comes to making financial decisions,
you're back to Kevin.
One of the things you always have to make sure of is you have to assess the risk that you're taking on and is it really worth it? Here's a real practical example. I could be really, really risky and keep no cash in my emergency reserve, and chances are I'll be fine. If no emergency happens, I can get those dollars invested. I can have them working for me. But realistically, what was the benefit? What was the benefit that I received relative to the risk that I took on? I hung it all out there, put it all at risk, and if it went bad, it could tank me, and if it goes good, I have a few more dollars, I have a slightly higher percentage, I have a slightly better rate of return. I think margin investing is very much inside of that same vein. It's one of the reasons why you look at one of the most successful investors ever, Warren Buffett. He talks about this in annual shareholder letters. Hey, we build up cash, and what we do is we wait for opportunities and we deploy cash to be able to take advantage of opportunities. He doesn't say, hey, we leverage our portfolios to 170% and we make sure we maximize our equity exposure, because he recognizes that the risk that you're taking on in doing that does not justify even the potential reward. So before you enter into some kind of transaction like that, make sure it's a great time, even though we don't often talk about it this way, it's a great time to put on the 3D glasses. The reason that you would margin is because you're already thinking about the dream plan. What is the absolute best outcome from this? You need to spend some time in the do-do plan. Okay, if it goes wrong, what am I sacrificing? What am I going to put myself at risk on? What are the hard decisions I might have to take? And if I have to do that, was all of this even worth it? And I think you're going to find, Kevin, if you're a financial mutant doing all the stuff that you're supposed to be doing the way you're supposed to be doing it, you just don't have to take on that kind of risk.
Between me mispronouncing stuff and then you talking about the 3D glasses and the doo-doo plan, this might be the first video ever that's going to get an explicit lyric thing. It's going to be like NWA and then the Money Guy show because of this one clip.
NWA and the Money Guy. Honestly, when you're listening on Spotify, I think those two normally play right after each other. Money Guy and then NWA. I love it.